Okay, let's turn down the music. So, I have not. Oh shit. Ooh, damn, the lighting. Because of that, it's like the light. I guess we're gonna go dark, guys. Anyway, so, I know, I am aware that I did not post yesterday. That's because I did so much. And these past days, it's just, it's just been a shithole for me. My energy's just, like, every day, it's like, my energy is just depleted. And I'm so dark right now. Yeah, I know the lighting's bad, but it's better now. So, I know. I mean, like, in the background, there's like a light, and like, it's attached to the ceiling. I mean, all lights are attached to the ceiling, but it's not like, you know what I mean? It's like mounted in there, and it's actually like, uh, what do you call this? Like a dim light. It's yellow. So I turned on the big light, and actually, it's like a better lighting. So the question of the day for today. I was supposed to play Overwatch, but I guess this is for my well-being, I guess. So, it's also a great way to cope with oversharing. So when I meet people, when I connect with people, I don't really trauma dump or as such. My nose is already so oily. And yes, I have changed the way my room looks. So I'm not gonna show you our room tour. Oh shit. Okay, I am not gonna show you a room tour, but yeah, I moved my desk here because I told you I got like a LAN cable and like, what do you call this? Like, yeah, basically I'm here now. So the question of the day is, I feel much better here because it doesn't feel like I am like, like cramped. I was supposed to be there, that side where like there's like a mirror. My room is not so big. It's in a shape of, it's almost like a little motel room, like for a single person. That's what it looks like. Because I was like, the moment you open it, I was like, I requested my dad because I was like, I want my bathroom, the comfort room to be like, it's like the hotel. When you open the door, there's like another door on the right or the left. So in my case, it's gonna be on my left, and that's where whatever. So I already did that. Okay, which do you place the most value on? Rational thinking or intuition? Well, let's try to define both in our way. So let's first go with intuition because I'm connected with that the most. So intuition is the way you hone your intrapersonal skills. Intra, which means when you feel something, it's a gut feeling. It's a gut feeling where it's like you you kind of uh, predict what's happening based on how you feel. Now, this doesn't just, not everybody has an intuition. I mean, everybody has an intuition, of course, but not everybody has a strong sense of intuition. Not everybody is intuitive. So, in the case of like, reading between the lines in social situations, like maintaining relationship, dealing with conflict, you know, a lot of people could be oblivious on, they cannot, or why is my, I mean, it's like the good oil, I guess. Anyway, what I mean is that, like, in social situations, the skill of being intuition, because intuition takes part on you, and it's not like you just, as an adult, you have an intuition. I have so much people that I know that, like, are not on the same level of my intuition. That's not a narcissistic comment. There's no connotation of narcissistic tendencies on what I said. What I mean is that I know myself. So based on my intrapersonal skills, I have an intuition that helps me deal with everyday situations. So that would correlate to my emotional intelligence. And since I know myself, at least at most times I'm secure when I'm outside, then I would be at most be intuitive of the people I deal with, how I present myself to my peers, to my superiors. You know what I mean? That is intuition. While rational thinking is how you think through things. So on how you organize your thoughts and how you're putting it in how you doing the work in an organized way. So I cannot say that intuition and rational thinking is like the opposite of of each other, because intuition comes from yourself. It's not something that you can learn. I mean, you can learn it since you get you just get this in situations. Let's go back to intuition. So intuition, if you want to really foster intuition to your life, then you must have a lot of experiences to reflect on. That's how you get more intuitive. So when you deal with the same situation with the same people, then you can apply those reflection and have an have a gut feeling. Or it's not even a gut feeling. You can be so sure about someone. When you feel something bad about someone, then it's most probably true. So that is intuition. And for rational thinking, this is almost like common sense, but in the sense that rational thinking is almost like logic, except logic doesn't even include emotional, or because logic is basically just in intelligence quotient, not the emotional quotient. Because when rational thinking is involved, this really needs your ability to think. It's almost like critical thinking, where when you rationalize what you think before what you do, before you're doing it, then it's going to be most likely, organized, just like I said. Because in order for you to deal with a lot of things, so basically intuition is based on your feelings. Not every situation that your intuition would lead the situation, or would alleviate the situation into something better. Your intuition would sometimes make you jump out of conclusion and make conflict for yourself or for your relationship. That's how intuition works. While the rational thinking is taking everything into perspective, basically just be in that zone and considering your feelings. And for example, if you're resolving a conflict, or thinking about how to react, how to interact with someone you have a relationship with, whether it be a friend, because something is going on, like for example, like there's a conflict, so you rationalize your thoughts, and that would rationalize your actions towards them. That is rational thinking. So rational thinking is more about be collected and being observant, or validating everybody's perspective. While being intuitive is literally just a gut feeling. So when you hate someone's guts, then your guts will will be triggered, and it would just make you leash out of them. But the question, let's go back to the fucking question. Which do you place the value? Hold on. Which do you place the most value on? Rational thinking or intuition? Let's go with rational thinking today. Because for intuition, I use it so much, more than I thought that I would. Because I think majority of people use intuition, where their feelings get in the way. They're basically, the emotions they feel, the I don't want you to see my nipples. I just fix my legs because yeah, people just use their feelings to solve everything, which is not good. So basically, just expressing right away, not even considering what are the things to be considered before getting into action. So I would really choose rational thinking. I do not use rational thinking as much that I should because first, personal. This is very personal. I have social anxiety. There are a lot of situations. I mean, I've been worse. So I'm saying that I'm better now since I'm in college. I'm in third year college, and for fuck's sake, sorry for the language, I'll be fourth year in the same year. Next sem, I'll be first year. I mean, first sem, fourth year. So that social anxiety is kind of I literally have exposure therapy every single day, and yeah, I literally take secondary education major in science. So what's the excuse that I need? But there are situations where you need to rationalize your thoughts. This would affect your decision making skills, and for me, I use my intuition so much, or let's just say I don't use my rational thinking so much that I would just, act on how I feel. For example, this situation. This is a very real situation. I needed to get my paper signed, and uh, I mean, there's this professor I have. She already have my paper, right? She already have my paper, and then she still hasn't checked it. And the other professor, uh, the professor that we just had our class on or with, whatever, um, he's also one of the people or one of the professors that I need the sign for. So what I could have done was take the paper the from my from her, the professor, and then go up there at the second floor where our class was. Then I would just it's just efficient, much more efficient. Like I would just go up there and make him sign it, and then go back down because the other professor needs time to check it. Unlike the professor up the second floor. So, but I didn't. So I just just let it slide, and I went home because I thought my intuition was like it's too much trouble, you know, like I have to go back out there, like I already had that thought, but I did not rationalize it. You know what I mean? So my actions was just really neglectful. That was the best, uh, most efficient way or most efficient situation that I could control. It's up to me, but I didn't because uh, other than anxiety, these micro social anxiety. Let's just say that because I'm trying to be better. Uh, like I was kind of lazy too. I think that's part of it. I'm. I feel like I'm lazy because I feel like it's too much trouble, but at the same time, I'm actually fucking exhausted at the time. So I cannot rationalize what I think, or I cannot, be be thinking rationally, I guess. Because just like I said, I am really biased towards intuition. It really helped me a lot on most of my social situation. But if you want to be practical, then you have to hone your rational thinking. And there's no balance really because maybe people are much more into rational thinking, then their intuition goes rusty. So when they are dealt, it's all about like they just neglect their expressions. They have to overthink the situation, even though it takes you. You just have to be yourself in order for you to do that. You don't really have to rationalize anything. There are much there are like a lot of situations where it requires you to be yourself, not planning ahead. You know what I mean? Be genuine. That's like the downsides of being rational thinking. But other than that, I'm pretty sure like rational thinking is just top tier. You know, like like the teammates I get from League and Overwatch. You know what I mean? It's like they cannot use rational thinking, especially Overwatch. So there's like this first round, we won the first round, and then the second round, they cannot be consistent. They keep on dying, and they keep basically they're just going on, barging into the enemies. Of course, they're gonna die, but they must be consistent. Just like I said, stay with the team so they could get healed. They would have sustain, and the team would be united. But no, they had they have to do that, which means that they're not thinking at all. It's not even intuition. When you play, the only time that intuition gets in your way is when you get mad, or the term tilt. You get tilted. Basically, yeah, you get mad. So your gameplay would be much worse since you are so pissed and annoyed. Not even mad, man. You don't get to be mad at the game, or what I mean is like you don't get to be mad and still play the game, because when you're mad, you're gonna leash out. But instead, like the right term would be annoyed and pissed. So you're tilted, right? You to cope, you type, like you just go on and flame or say bad things to your teammate. That's where intuition goes. That's that's how you feel about the situation. How you feel that you need to tell this person that they're fucking doing bad. Like they need to do something, and that would lead you to be muted. I got muted in both League for a year and Overwatch for like 15 days. I do not condone. How do you pronounce that? My 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 actions. I'm not proud of it, but it is a prime example of how your intuition, you know, controls you. So if you have rational thinking, you could actually, especially in League, you could really actually just mute everybody, literal everybody. So no chats from both teams, your teammate and the enemy, and you can't chat as well. I mean, you can, and you can also deafen yourself, which means that you can't chat at all. It's a restriction. So that is rational thinking. So just try to not get annoyed and pissed. I mean, it's inevitable, but you know, that's like the example that I can give you. But in life, rational thinking would get you into places. It would get you practical. It would get you, like, be, just be, what do you call this? Like, yeah, in tests, in like exams, rational thinking just does it all. It's very similar to critical thinking, where you just, you know, comprehend, analyze, evaluate, you know? So it's a good trait to have. It would be above intuition. Intuition is something that everyone has, though some other people's intuition are dog water. Mine is pretty okay, but I have so much situations that, conversations that I wish I could have said something more rational, or I could have said something that would, satisfy me. But no, it's all thrown away. It's all thrown away because I didn't say that, It's not that deep, but when you regret something that you should have said, then that means that you're not thinking about it before you say it. You're not rationalizing your thoughts. That was my yappiest one, is it? I guess not. Yeah, that's my thumbnail. Anyway, let's get this up to 20 minutes so we could feel something. Yeah, I really like this part of the room. and my bed is like literally like I'm literally like floating on like a lake or something, because back then my bed used to be like placed here, and it was like just stuck to these both of these corners, which is like, you know, a standard uh, place for bed. But now it has space on both sides, so you know it feels like I'm floating. I really had a good night's sleep last night, so it's pretty great. So I guess that'll be it for this video. So in conclusion, I think that I place the most value on rational thinking rather than intuition. Well, because it is harder to attain, harder to apply, and of course, like, you know, just like anybody, it's hard to rationalize your thinking. Be in that situation, your feelings would get away with everything. So